Hi, my name is Dr. Pecoraro. I'm a chiropractor in Westfield, New Jersey. And the title of this video is Freedom, God, and Satan. When a person commits sins, the Bible says that God will punish them. And the way He punishes them is by letting them to continue to sin. Now that seems like an odd punishment, but the reason it's a punishment is because the sin actually you become a slave to the sin, and it becomes more or less an addiction. Now with this, you see that you're becoming more and more of a slave, becoming less and less free. So the more you sin, the more you're deep into that, and the more you are a slave to it, and the less freedom you have. Sort of like a drug addict or someone with a gambling problem, something like this. But this could be this way in any sin. Now, if with Satan, if with these sins, you're getting less and less free, what happens with God, who is the opposite? Well, the opposite is total freedom. Now, people will say, well, you know, you got all these commandments with God, so you're really not free. But I submit to you that these commandments are, you have to choose to do them. You don't become a slave to them. You have to choose to not steal. Choose to not kill. You're never tempted to not steal. You're never tempted to not lie. You're never tempted to not want what your neighbor has, covet it. So you see, it's always a struggle with God. If it becomes an addiction on this side, then it's probably not of God. It's probably become more of a sin. An example of this would be something like a mother with a sick child, and instead of taking care of the sick child, she's kneeling down and praying, and the sick child is crying. So this would, again, you become a slave to the thing. It's not really of God. So I hope I've given you something to think about, because most people like to be free. And with God you're free, with Satan you're not. And I'll try to bring you more information another time. Thanks.